Hello there, and welcome to Dicebreaker. I'm Alex Meehan, staff writer. I don't usually do this, it's kind of exciting. And we will be playing the Labyrinth RPG.
The adventure game. As it is so self-entitled.
Adventure game / RPG, I guess.
Yeah.
These, my two companions, will be playing through my story. And essentially the game is a bit of a mixture between like a choose-your-own-adventure and role-playing game. So there are parts where there'll be different scenes that our fellow friends will be going through. I'll show a little one here.
This book is gorgeous, by the way. The dice live in the book. It's beautiful. And there's a badger burrow.
There's a badger burrow.
The entire area is a mess.
Oh my goodness.
Badgers, honestly.
And essentially they'll be making their way through these different scenes, encountering the different characters in there and scenarios. And then once they pass the next chapter, they'll move along in the story until eventually they get to the goblin castle where the Goblin King is.
Not the Goblin King?
Wait,
that's you!
I was about to say, I wonder who that would be, but you spoiled it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Classic wheel.
Yeah. I will be playing the titular Goblin King, who also happens to be the GM for this. I have stolen something.
You've stolen our stew pot.
Yes.
We should probably introduce our characters so that makes any sense.
Yes. Go ahead.
Right. Would you like to start, or shall I?
You go first, that's fine.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm William Wensleydale. I'm a worm. I'm very small. I like climbing on walls. I'm good at sneaking and hiding. But I'm a bit of a coward.
And I love your little portrait.
Thank you. He has 6 nipples.
Yes,
right.
that did not escape my notice. Well, I am Sir Peebles. I'm a knight of Yore, which is a sort of little fox creature, and I've got a steed. My steed is a ferret, whose name is Penrose. I'm good at endurance and bravery. I'm very honourable, but I'm a little bit naive, if I'm perfectly honest with you, because I sort of assume that everyone's as honourable as I am.
Oh, I'm sure everyone is, Penrose.
Okay.
And we're the best of friends.
I mean, I'm already not sure that people aren't as honourable as me, because someone's taken our stew pot, and we'd made a nice stew in it that we haven't yet got to eat.
If that stew's not still in the stew pot by the time we get it back, then I'm going to be very upset.
Who knows where the story will take us? If it wasn't obvious, this is based on Labyrinth, the film, which is pretty great.
Yeah, you are our resident Goblin King and Jim Henson expert, so
yeah,
we've brought you in as the tour de force.
Yeah. So in the game, you can be any Goblin King. I've chosen, however, to be the one and only, the best Goblin King. Jareth, basically.
Picture of David Bowie. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So,
I'm having so much fun already.
I know, it's really good.
This book is pretty good in terms of for kids, for youngsters, because it essentially gives you everything you need to play the game. You pretty much don't need to do anything beforehand except for maybe even make your characters, which is really quick. And you can just follow it note by note. However, it does encourage you to add little bits of storytelling in between each scene, which I have done liberally.
Liberally is what we aim for on this channel, I feel.
Because, you know, that's great fun.
Great.
So, yes, so...
There's you look.
Yeah.
These are
these are different chapters they'll be going through. And the rules are very simple in terms of...
Oh, wow. Piece of cake. Not a piece of cake.
No. I will decide the difficulty of a certain task. And these fellows will have to roll above that or equal in order to pass it and do what they want to do. Okay. So I've done a little setup here for you two. The game begins with you two friends standing outside of the stone walls of the Labyrinth. You live in this world. You're not like a human. This is your usual domain. However, you've never ventured into the Labyrinth before.
I can smell stew on the air, Sir Pebbles.
It's Peebles, actually. I've known you since I was 3, but that's okay. Yeah, well, my nose is not as keen as yours, William Wensleydale, but I've been thinking very hard about it, and I think if I were a stew pot, I'd definitely be in there.
Yes, the Labyrinth is a scary place.
Very, very much so.
And it leads up to the Goblin City, and beyond that, the castle of the Goblin King.
Oh my goodness.
I start sort of like gyrating and terrified.
But
I'm quite gelatinous.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows.
Lovely textured word, huh? But you're determined to get your stew pot back. And your stew.
Absolutely.
Because it was going to be great. Suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, an enormous puff of purple-coloured smoke appears. And standing in that smoke is a very tall, imposing figure with frankly, an amazing haircut. Oh my goodness, it's the Goblin King.
I sort of rein Penrose in to sort of like be a little bit in front of Wensleydale, because I know that William's not the stoutest of heart.
It's Jareth. You've heard of him. And he looks down at you two because he's quite tall. He says, "Oh my, yes. You two. I thought I'd see you coming. I fancied a bit of stew today. And I wonder if you've noticed something's gone missing from your possessions."
I dare say it has, Mr. Goblin King. It's our stew pot. And I'm starting to suspect that you might be the churl who took it.
What's your language, Sir Peebles?
I cannot deny that I fancied a bit of stew, but prove yourself to me, and there may be more than stew in it for you. You must make your way through the stone walls, up into the land of Yore, into the Goblin City, and to my castle, before your time runs out. And you will get your stew, and so much more. Oh.
We'll do it, and we'll prove ourselves worthy, won't we, William?
Yes, Sir Peebles.
And we shall do it quickly, because we put quite a lot of cannellini beans in that stew, and left on the simmer too long, they just dissolve, and it's not as satisfying that way.
You better be keeping it warm. And then he just sort of slinks back in.
Yeah, he walks up to you, and at your height particularly, you're right at like crotch level. It's pretty, it's impressive. Yeah. And he says, "Very well, I'll be keeping track of your progress."
That better not be my ladle, I say, pointedly.
Where's the other end?
He looks at you suggestively, yeah. And he basically turns around and saunters off, like. And suddenly he's just gone. You don't know where.
Well, we're not going to get our stew back just standing around here. We should get in there.
Yes, on foot or on steed, we will find our stew, Sir Peebles. That's for sure.
So
I'll just be on the 1 foot.
It's a very good foot, though, Mr.
Yes,
Mr.
yes, it
Wensleydale.
I'm sure it is. Right, so you guys, you need to get in the labyrinth first.
Oh, of course.
So you're currently in the area called the Stone Walls. And you arrive right at the gate. Dawn. The labyrinth is spread out before you, crawling over the hills surrounding the Goblin King's castle. Descending the slope, you are confronted by a wall, beyond which lies the labyrinth's very first ring. The maze of stone corridors you glimpse from the hilltop. A square stone-lined pond filled with blackish water lies nearby. No openings or gates can be seen. No footmarks mark the sandy earth. As you approach, two voices suddenly appear out of the mist. There is a small dwarf.
A dwarf?
Yes. He is round and he walks with a waddle. There is also a very large horned beast. She is very furry. Do you go up to them?
Well, William Wensleydale, welcome to Waddling Dwarf. I walk up, I slide up to the dwarf because
He's standing in front of a door.
I'm a big fan of their people, dwarves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I admire them quite a lot. And I say, well, it's lovely to meet a dwarf in the flesh.
No, he looks at you. And he says, oh, hello. He says, I suppose you'll be wanting to get into the labyrinth.
Well, if that's quite all right, yes.
Well, he gestures behind him. This is a door.
I can see that, yes.
Over there, behind old Loma, gestures to the furry beast, is another door. However, I advise you to do the smart thing, he says to you. The beast is like waving at you.
What exactly is the smart thing, sorry?
You'll have to decide for yourself, I'm afraid. You could always go and speak to Loma over there.
I think we should, because it's not just not smart to be rude and ignore somebody, it's impolite.
Oh, well, yes, I very much agree, so people should let's go.
All right, I put the spurs to Penrose. I go, Penrose, away! We gallop for about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Not very far. And I say,
Yeah.
what ho, stranger?
Loma is quite taken back. She's like, oh.
Oh, I mean you no harm. You must be very stout of heart, for I assume the labyrinth is no stranger to you.
Loma, been here a very long time.
Would I be right in assuming then that Loma knows a way in and could possibly offer assistance to a knight such as myself and my gelatinous companion?
That's me.
Loma says, oh, I suppose dwarf told you to do smart thing.
Yes, he did.
He was
Loma.
very unclear on what that is as well.
Loma tells you to do wise thing. She looks at the door behind her.
It's all a bit of a riddle, William.
Oh, riddles make me wobble. Well, should we be wise or should we be smart? Should people?
Yeah, there's the two doors in front of you. One with Loma in front of it, one with Glow in front of it. There's the pool.
There's the what? Sorry.
The pool.
There's a
of
blackish pool.
blackish pool.
Can I have a look at the pool?
You can, yes.
I see goop and feel at home.
In it, you see a 300 feet of twine.
A 300 feet of twine.
Yes. One of those. And, hang on. A periscope
Ooh.
Wow.
in the pool.
How long is the periscope?
Long.
100 foot. 100 foot.
So 3 periscopes of twine and a periscope.
Yeah.
Well, you're very good at climbing, and it's possible that you could climb the wall and drop some twine down, and then I could climb that. But that to me seems like the daring thing, not necessarily the wise thing or the smart thing.
Right, it also seems like a decision that we weren't given in the first place, which makes me very scared.
Oh, no, it's okay, because maybe finding a new solution is the smart way. I don't know, I'm getting very confused. But I think we should take the twine.
Very well.
Loma often confused.
I'd like to just sort of like reach out and push one of my weird little fingers into the goop.
Yep.
Just to check what the water's like.
Okay.
Dip a toe in the water, as it were.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit goopy, yeah.
It's quite slimy, quite oozy.
Yeah, oozy, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm dumping myself straight in.
Okay. So you're going after the twine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Penrose starts cleaning himself beneath me, kind of like reflexively. I sort of pet his ears, like, ooh.
Roll a die.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say 2. This is your natural habitat.
I need 2 or
Slime.
higher.
Yes.
That is a 5.
Okay, so yeah, you push your gelatinous body into the pool. Yeah. yeah. Globe looks a little bit visibly like.
You've never heard William Wensleydale purr before, but suddenly you can hear like a vibrating kind of noise from the pool as he sinks himself in.
Delicious. Yeah, and you grab the 2 items. So note down in your notes. Would you like my pen?
Thank you. I went out to get one and then forgot.
Didn't bring a pen to class. That's a detention for sure.
Periscope.
And note down your
300 meters of twine. Is it?
Yes, exactly 300 meters.
God, that's quite a clean cut.
Yes. So what you're getting out here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you've got these items.
So try climbing up the wall. What does Sir Peebles think?
It is nice to be brave. But I really like Loma, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Loma says Loma like you.
Oh.
Would Loma like us to go through her door?
Loma says, do the wise thing. And Gloam shouts from across the room. Well, not the room. Across the way. He shouts, do the smart thing.
Loma has definitely been the most welcoming to us.
Then let's go through this one.
Okay, I'm sure the twine will come in handy at some point.
Perhaps we can tie it to this door and carry it. Hopefully it's no more than 300 meters to the Goblin King. Or perhaps we shall find more twine and we can tie that onto the end of this one.
I hope we don't meet a minotaur.
What's a minotaur?
A minute or 2 away from us.
Yes, I hope it's a swift journey as well. I'm very hungry.
Yeah.
We'd like to go through the Loma door, please.
Okay. She says, okay. And stomps away from the door. And the door opens.
Thank you, Loma. I shall dedicate this quest to you.
Okay.
Can we see what's through the door?
It's very dark and misty.
So we'd have to step on through, like a Dark Souls boss, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's...
Okay.
So this uses a fun little number system, right? So essentially, we started in room 1, we roll a die, and then we add that number, and we flick to that.
Oh, that's
And then
very good.
If we ever want to backtrack, we have to make a skill check to see if we can find the way back to one of the rooms that we've been in.
Very
So,
clever.
yes. So, I am going to...
What a lovely thing.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, you should have rolled that, but that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. We trust you.
It's a die.
Yeah.
It doesn't change based on whose hand it's in.
No.
Unless it's in mine, in which it always rolls incredibly low.
Okay. Right. So, I'm going to draw a little mappy.
Little
So
mappy.
you are... Yeah. Okay. You find a hole in the wall.
Oh, lovely.
Like someone took a sledgehammer and just kept smashing. As they walked forward, rather than breaking through to the other side of the wall, it forms an unnaturally long tunnel through brickwork. At last, it reaches a round red door with 6 hands protruding from it.
Just like me.
Gross. At eye level, as you approach, they form a face.
The hands do.
Welcome to Hole in the Wall. So, yeah, in front of you there's Hole in the Wall.
Do you mean the hands like make
Yeah,
eyes and
so-
they're like, oh, hello.
Like,
Nom,
I
nom.
don't know how I'm doing this.
Well, it said 6 hands, so let's try it.
Yeah.
This
Okay,
will be our first
I'll be
test.
the eyes.
So Wheels is doing the
eyeballs.
eyeballs.
Right.
I shall make a handsome moustache,
Okay.
and then
you
perhaps
make a
if you
little
can
clappy
make a
little
little
mouth.
little mouth.
Yeah, there you go. Right, what does the hole in the wall say?
I need to open the book.
We failed.
So, yeah, you've come to
Hole in the wall.
the
Can
hole
I
in the
take
wall.
some cash out?
So this door is currently closed, and the hands, they've said, welcome to Hole in the Wall.
Well, thank you very much for welcoming us.
It's an honour to meet you.
Would you like to come inside?
Where does inside lead to? We're trying to find the Goblin King. He's taken our stew pot.
Oh, I don't know much about the Goblin King. This is a tavern inside.
Oh, well, perhaps we could find a little bit of stew to tide us over.
Yes, I very much would like some stew,
I am
Peebles.
hungry.
Well, there is plenty of stew inside.
Oh,
Can I ask, which door did you go through earlier?
we decided to be wise, I believe.
Yes, we did.
Loma's door.
Loma's door, yes.
You may enter as honoured guests.
Incredible. Thank you so much. Hole in the wall.
I can't imagine there'd be any problem with this then.
And I just quite slinking in.
Yeah, it bursts open. Welcome, these 2 fine people, into the tavern.
I rear up on Penrose and I say, Hole in the wall? I shall dedicate this quest to you. And I charge him through.
Oh, we've never had a quest dedicated to us before. How wonderful. Okay, so you go inside. Inside, there's a lot of people. All sorts of people, in fact. Other worms. Other Knights of Yore. Fireys.
Wow.
Those ones.
Goblins and dwarfs.
And dwarfs.
We like dwarves.
Yes.
I like dwarfs very much.
And they're all milling about and tucking into some fine pies and delicious tankards of ale.
I sort of slink. Is there like a bar?
Yes,
Like a
there is.
server? Yeah, I'd like to slink up to the bar and say,
Hello, tavern keep. I would like 2 jugs of liquid, 1 with alcohol in it, and 1 with meaty chunks, please.
I'm just going to quickly roll.
Good God. Meaty chunks.
That was my nickname back in worm school.
remember why.
Okay. So, yeah. So you go up to the barkeep. It's a dwarf. She's like, oh, hello. You're here for some... What did you say? Meaty chunks?
Meaty chunk water and alcohol water, please.
I don't know if we've got those. We've got ale.
That'll do.
I
No.
shall take a small beer.
Oh, hang on. And you see her gesturing to the corner of the room. And in the corner, there's a fairy who's like flying around. She's going, come on then, you idiots! Come on! She's clearly off her face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she
and
like holding a very small broken bottle?
Yeah.
Watch out, Mr. Wensleydale. I think that creature's in distress.
Yeah, she's going, I don't need any of you.
I'm going to dismount from Penrose and walk over. Say, how can I help you, citizen?
She's like jamming at you with a broken bottle.
Oh, my goodness! A brigand!
She's going, get away from me! You can't get me out of here! I live here!
Wensleydale just sort of slinks underneath a chair.
Yeah.
You're being very disruptive.
The dwarf lady's going, oh, I've told you before! You're not allowed in here! How did she get in here again?
Don't worry, I'll deal with this. And I want to try and help eject the fairy from the tavern.
Okay.
Apprehend her.
So,
Yeah.
what are you going to physically try and grab her or something?
Yes, I'm a knight. It's what I do.
Okay.
I'm going to try and
Yeah,
gently
you are
but
brave.
firmly restrain her.
Okay, so I'll give you advantage on this because you are brave.
And endurancey. That is an 8 overall. Or I rolled a
5,
5 is
yeah.
my highest result, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. She's not, the most in control of her body at the moment. So she's kind of flailing about a bit, and you grab like her feet, and she's like, "Ow! I've been got! Like that.
It's the rotters!
And the dwarf lady says, "Get her out of here! She's been a pain in my side for far too long."
I would like to... I'm not looking to hurt her or anything. I think I get outside, turn her the right way up,
Right.
and I look into her eyes while I'm still holding her up and
Okay.
go, now, you're not to try and re-enter the tavern. You've been told very clearly, and it shall be to your great dishonour if you enter it again. And I put her down, spin her round, and sort of give her a very gentle, sort of encouraging nudge.
She just flops over. She flops onto her face and just starts going. I'm a little bit sick on that.
I place her in the recovery position.
Yeah, she's all right. The door's like,
Before I go back in, I say, now don't you aspirate any of that. And I return to the tavern.
Yeah. The dwarf is looking very pleased with you.
Great.
She's very impressed by your performance.
Whilst this has been happening, William Wensleydale has been sort of like torpedoing all of the, or minesweeping, that's the one, all of the sort of like half-drunk things that have been left on tables.
no. You're disgraceful.
Ooh, yes.
Great.
Yeah. Well, delicious. Okay, the dwarf woman's not been paying attention to that. She's just been looking at
Oh, well, I'm very good at sneaking and hiding, so I'm
looking at
sure.
this Knight of Yore, and she says, "Oh, sir, thank you so much.
You're most welcome. I'm just doing my duty.
Please, pray tell, why are you here?"
We seek the Goblin King. He's stolen our stew pot.
Oh,
From the back of the room.
My companion and I...
yeah, she's got her hands on the bar, like the bar. She's like looking over to try and see where that one's coming from.
That's my friend William. He's a worm. He's
Oh.
very small.
Yes.
on the ceiling, like looking something up.
We're looking for the stew pot, as I said.
She says, "Well, since you helped me, I'd be mighty glad to show you the way towards the Goblin City.
That would be wonderful.
And she opens a door that suddenly appeared next to her. She gestures out there. So this should get you a bit further.
I swing myself up onto Penrose and I say, Tavern Dwarf, I dedicate this quest to you. And
She giggles a little bit. She's like, ooh.
William, just like an old suction cup, just sort of falls on the back of the steed.
do you land like butter side up or butter side down?
I'm going to say butter side up.
Great.
For the sake
I
of
double
the fur
check
coat.
and I'm like, good.
Okay. So you go through, and after walking for a little bit, suddenly a cheerful buzz fills the air. High-pitched voices are humming and chanting. This passage ahead is blocked by a dense miniature city growing out of the walls, populated by several hundred brightly coloured worms. Dozens of tiny bridges span the divide, creating an impossible tangle. As you approach, the whole colony goes silent, turns to look at you.
Me specifically.
Well, you lot, yeah.
Are these worms the same size as me, or are they miniature worms?
Yeah, they're worms. They're the same size as you, yeah. They're just
You're all
worms.
miniature.
You're all, yeah, I mean, worms are quite small. I mean, like Wheels did a picture of a worm, but, like, yeah. But, like,
There he
worms
is.
look like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're adorable. I like the one with the eye patch.
Yeah.
And a stew pot.
Oh
He's
my
got a stew
goodness.
pot.
Quest
Yeah.
is at an end.
That was me at home before the adventure, and our
Yeah.
teapot was stolen.
Arr, arr.
I had my cooking eye patch on.
Of course.
When I chop onions, only one of my eyes cries, so I just pop it over.
But then how can you perceive the depth of flavour?
Oh god.
Okay. So as they see you, they spot you, and they go, "Oh, hello, worm!"
Oh, nice to meet you.
One of them comes up to you. It's like a little pink one. It's got like a little flowery hat on.
Oh.
It says, "Oh, who might you be?"
Well, it's very, very nice to meet you. I'm William Wensleydale, and here are my good friend Sir Peebles here and his mighty steed Penrose are on a quest that has been dedicated to a big furry thing. Never mind. We're looking for a stew pot. Have you seen one?
Oh, no. We have cups, plates, forks, cups.
A veritable bounty of items.
Yes, we would be happy to trade with you if you'd like. Or you can simply pass right through.
Should we buy something? They have a cacophony of crockery.
So I was reading the book, so I didn't know what was said. But I kind of feel like Johnny's expression says it's not really worth.
It was good, actually. It threw me because I enjoyed it.
You're not used to that, eh?
Well, I mean, I feel like cups would be handy, but at the same time, I'm not sure how they'd aid us in our quest. What forms of payment do you take? We've got 300 metres of twine, a periscope, or we can tell you a story.
I can secrete something.
Her eye twitches a little bit.
Or we can pay in secretions.
Oh, I suppose you've got your own secretions, though, as a fellow worm.
She looks very uncomfortable about you talking about secretions. She goes, "Oh, we'd be happy to take anything. Of course, we'd have to give you it in worm size."
Oh.
Perfect.
Do you want to trade?
I'll leave you to do this one. You know about worm stuff.
Yes, I do. Is it just the crockery that you have?
No, if you give us something, we will give you something back.
And will there be an equal value in
Oh,
this trade?
very much so.
Very well. I have not yet found a use for this periscope, apart from picking up a penguin. So therefore, I bequeath unto you a periscope.
Okay, she looks at it, she goes, oh, ew. And, like, several other worms come along and, like, roll it away. And another worm turns up next to her.
So they're having to like upend it. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Clank.
Yeah, it's
love it.
very slow.
I love it.
And another one turns up next to her and, like, drops a periscope. But it's, like, this big.
But it's big enough for me to use, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, I see about the equal. But worms.
Yes. Worm.
What were you expecting, Sir Peebles?
I mean, no. It's just that value is of course subjective, and I'd have to say that for me personally, and this is not meant as a slight on anyone, for I am an honourable knight. That has considerably less worth to me than the big one did. But it's fine. It was yours to trade.
She looks at both of you and says, do you want it or not?
If you want it, that's fine.
No, well, I can read the room. It's a nice offer, but I think we'll keep our big one, apparently, the one that I've been lugging around this whole time.
Her eyes narrow you. They've gotten it quite far.
I can fetch it.
Very well.
I sort of. I dash
Yeah,
over
you
and
have
pick
to,
it
like,
up.
remove the worms from it.
Just pick it up. And
I
they're, like,
dedicate my
dangling.
quest to you. I dedicate my quest to you.
Yeah, okay. And she goes, okay. And they all lift the bridges up, and you've got a way through.
Very well, then. On we go.
As you go off, you hear, bye. Like that.
But in chorus.
Yeah. Now, usually I would roll and add that amount to your current progress, and then you would go there. However, in the interests of keeping things rolling,
Very good.
I'm just going to hop to right at the end of this chapter.
Yep.
So we can get to the next chapter.
Great.
Yeah, we're doing a much more expedited version of this
Yes.
game. So if you are to play it yourselves at home, then there'll be more sections for you to fly through.
Yeah.
It's a big old book of stuff as well.
Great.
Yeah, yeah. So,
With 3 bookmarks.
I don't actually know what the other two are for.
Oh, I think it's just so you can have multiple pages
Yeah, yeah.
queued up in it.
Yeah, because technically there's what's called a progress system, which you described, which is when there are only certain times when your progress will be updated. So that when you move back, or want to move back, I decide to make you roll, and then
Yes.
you can get potentially lost. However, we're probably not going to do that because we might be here a while. So tavern, worm. Okay, so
Tavern worm.
yeah, so okay, you reach the outskirts of the hedge mage. Hedge mage? Sorry. Hedge maze.
Oh, okay.
They are both words, to be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, yeah, they are both words. And it looks quite daunting. There's loads of entrances, mist. You know, like Harry Potter, the fourth film, sorry, when... No? Okay, well, reference totally lost on these lot.
It's fine, neither of us remember Labyrinth either, so this whole thing is...
Disappointing.
We're in the dark.
Yeah, so you're standing at multiple entrances to the hedge maze. And you're kind of looking around, it's kind of scary. And suddenly, out pops a worm.
Oh, I remember meeting so many new friends.
It's a little blue one.
William Wensleydale is blue, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
A bit.
He's blue and furry, and he's got a little yellow mac on, and a little waterproof cap, And he's got little booties on each of his feet. And he says, "Oh, hello there. My name is Mr. Gamble. I suppose you want to get through the maze."
Oh, Mr. Gumball, we've been trying to this whole time, so any help would be appreciated.
Oh.
I feel like I've entered a children's book.
Yeah. He says, "Oh, I can give you directions, but I'm afraid sometimes my memory isn't the best. It's all there, but I feel like sometimes I need someone to help me go through the entire set of directions."
Oh, goodness. Well,
I suffered a brain injury many years ago.
oh, how tragic. Well, I'm sure we can do our best, and maybe we can use the twine so that if we get stuck, we can backtrack.
Oh, yes, I absolutely remembered that we had that.
So he says, "Okay, I will give you each line of the directions,
Okay.
and I would perhaps like you to recite them back to me in order."
All right. Let's use our memories.
Yes, that's something that I definitely have.
First he says to you, "So first we go left past the tree,
Yes. Left past the tree.
Left past the tree.
left past the tree on through the mud,
Left past the tree, on through the mud.
left past the tree on through the mud, right through the pail,
Left past the tree, on through the mud, right through the pail.
left past the tree on through the mud, right past the pail, down through the track."
Left past the tree, on through the mud, right through the pail, down through the track.
Left past the tree, on through the mud, right through the pail, down across the track, up and down the mound.
Left past the tree, on through the mud, right through the pail, down across the track, up and down the mountain.
Top.
Top mountain. Wow.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. I think we've got it. I'm feeling so confident about this. I think we should save the twine.
Oh, very well then.
We shall tie ourselves to one another when we're going up and down the mountain.
Yeah.
In case we die.
Yes, that is a risk.
You eventually make it to an opening in the maze, and little Mr. Gumball turns to you and says, "Oh, this is about as far as I'll go."
Oh, Mr. Gumball, you must join us.
"You want me to join you?"
How will our adventurers William Wensleydale and Sir Peebles fare in the dangerous labyrinth? Tune in next time to find out. And if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to Dicebreaker.com for all of the best board game content. See you soon and have a lovely day.